Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Leica Minilux. This is a point and shoot camera made by Leica, probably in partnership with Panasonic because Leica didn't really ever make compact cameras themselves, but we're going to show you how to use it. First of all, this camera uses 35mm film like the one you see here, and it actually reads DX code film. So it actually has these basically contacts, and it reads the DX code. If it doesn't have a DX code, it will default to ISO 100. So how does this camera work? Very simple. First of all, you need to use a CR123A battery that goes on the bottom, one like this one, and you should check if it's positive one way or the other way. It's actually indicated inside the camera. Once that is also the tripod socket for that, and that's about all you need to know about the bottom. This is also the rewind button, which you can activate with like a little pen. Basically, we're rewind the roll sooner if you want to change rolls. Then on the side here, we have the basically long shutter release button, so it has a little cable that is not the normal cable and a little plug that goes in there. So make sure you don't lose that because that's quite inconvenient. Then to load the roll of film, I'll show you, but basically it's just opening this door, putting the roll of film, and that's fairly simple. Then on this side we have the strap, so you have a hand strap for whatever you want to use. So this camera is fairly simple, but it has quite a lot of bells and whistles to it. So if we want to use it normally, first of all, the battery should have charge. We just turn it on with this lever that goes from the on to the P, or off to the P. So you'll see that there. Lens comes out and the lid comes off. So as you can see, it has a little protecting lid, which is very nice, like the Contax T2. Now the camera is basically set to shoot in automatic. I could just press and take a picture. As you can see, it's not taking a picture, and you wonder why. It's because whatever's in front is too close. If I actually point a little forward, it actually does take a picture. There is some film there, but it's a dud, so don't worry about that. One thing to note is when you press this, it shows you the shutter speed, the aperture and the shutter speed, which is really cool. Not a lot of compact cameras do this, so you can see what feature it's going to be using. If I lock a bit more, it'll show that it's going to go with 2.4 instead of 2.8. But it also has the settings of automatic flash. So first of all, you can choose the aperture yourself. For that, we go from the off to the P, and from P we could also go to the aperture settings. This is the aperture of the lens, 2.4, f4, f5.6, f8, f11, f16. So we can actually choose ourselves how we want it. And now it will show that it's going to go for a 60th because it has flash on. Then we could also, if we want, not focus on the distance that the camera wants, but on something that we preset, so manual focus. So we can go for infinity, as you can see there, and this is the top dial. 1 meter, or sorry, infinity, like probably 10 meters, 7 meters, 3.5 meters, 2 meters, all the way down to 0.7 meters. And now we're actually in fully manual mode. It is going to be shooting at f16 at 0.7 meters. That is for more hand control, but let's leave it on automatic. And let's also put this on program. That is for this little wheel and knobs and adjustments. Then on the left side we have self-timer, which you have to press and it starts immediately. So when I press it, it actually starts. It wasn't focusing, that's why it didn't shoot. 10-second self-timer, you can actually see the little self-timer icon there, and it'll take a picture. And it actually does, there's a picture, and it actually does show the little light here, and it also shows a little light on the back. And we can cancel it anytime by pressing it again. So that's the self-timer. Then we have the EV, which is the exposure compensation. For the EV, what we have to do is press it to see what EV value we have. We have no EV value, it's just neutral. Exposure is the same. But if we're shooting something backlit and we want to overexpose, we have to press for 3 seconds till it blinks. So let's see. It will blink, and now we just go through the settings. Plus half a stop, plus 1 stop, plus 1.5. That's usually the the backlit, and we can wait, and you saw it came out. And now we can take a picture, and it will expose 1.5 stops over, and that's all you have to know. If you want to check it, you can check it there, and the symbol is always on. As you can see, EV is on. If EV is on, something's going on, overexposure or underexposure. So I can press it, and let's hold it for a few seconds. And you'll see that we can once again toggle +2, -2, -1.5, -1, -0.5, and so on. This is great because it gives you override of the ISO. So if you want to push 2 stops, basically you can underexpose 2 stops and then shoot like if it was 1600, or you can overexpose 2 stops and then you can pull your roll of film to ISO 100 instead of 400. So that's something that's very cool and convenient on the exposure compensation. Then we have mode. Mode is for the flash. So now we are an automatic flash. Then we see 2 little flashes. That means it's pre-flash and then a second flash, so red-eye reduction, which it doesn't do because there's a lot of light. You see, that did 2 flashes. Then we go to the next one, flash always on, so it's not automatic. This always will shoot the flash, whatever we do. Okay, that shot with the flash. Then we have automatic, always on, but always double flash, so red-eye reduction. 1 little flash and a bigger flash. And then we have the next one is flash on, but slow speeds. So it actually would do long exposures if we had a low light situation. And then we can have double flash, so red-eye reduction with slow speeds. That also would work. And as you can see, it shows always the speed and the frame we are on. Then we go to the next one, which is flash off, which just means flash off. And that's no problem. And then we have flash off bulb, which is basically long exposures. And we can hold on, and you can see when we're in bulb, it actually is counting the time. So we right now are exposing. The lens is exposing a shot. And now when we let go, it closes and it advances to the next shot. So that is bulb mode, which is really rare on a film camera like a point and shoot. And then we go back to auto. One thing to note with focusing on this camera is that it will focus on the middle point. So half a press will take the exposure metering and also the focus distance. So if you want to expose at something, you have to press it and then recompose and take your picture. So that's how it works. You always want to hold on for a little bit and then recompose and take your shot. So if you're shooting at something that's in the center, it won't be a problem. But if you're shooting at something that's on the side, you want to focus on the side and then recompose. So focus on the side, recompose, and shoot. So that is all the settings you have. Then you have the viewfinder through here, which you can actually exchange, but this is something you're probably not going to find nowadays in 2022, and the film that goes inside. So we're going to go through the cycles of the film just to take all the pictures to the end. Also, do note that you have the battery indicator there, which it means full battery there. So let's keep on going. 36, 37. Oh, we're going to get one more shot. 38. Damn, this roll is longer. And there you hear. Now it's going to start rewinding. 37, 36. So every time you finish a roll, you need to let it rewind all the way. So you have to go through the paces. You don't want to open the back because the film is going from the canister into the camera and it's all being exposed. So if you open the back by accident, you're ruining all your film. So basically you have to hold it and wait for whatever seconds this takes, probably like half a minute, a little bit more, for this to finish all the way. You see picture 2, picture 1, 0, and it'll take a little bit, and now it will blink probably to let you know that you're ready to open. Most of them do blink. As you can see now, it's blinking. They always have an extra security of winding, so now we can open by pushing this down. We push it down, and we have a roll of film. Like I said, this is 35mm film. You want to take it to your lab or develop it yourself. That's all you need to know. And now it's going to load again on its own, but there's no film, so it can't load. So yeah, I'll turn it off just like that. And we basically turned it off now, and the camera is off and ready to go in a bag and whatever. There is a Leica Minilux official bag, which I highly recommend, or a little case, because these cameras are, sensitive to being scratched. It's titanium and so on, but you want to be careful with your cameras. So yeah, that's all you need to know probably to shoot the Leica Minilux. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. See you in the next one.